building. High priestess in the building, didn't let my fears kill me. Transmuted my pain in that cleanse in the rain. Down out, I was working and I conquered my demons. I accepted my purpose and the goddess I became. Phenomenal of pushing me to understand that experience is your best fucking teacher. That's going to be... People can give you all the clues and guidance and tips and tricks on everything. But without that experience, I don't think it's going to go too far. I don't think...
Nope, because everybody's experience is different. And so when you're receiving information from someone, they're giving you that information from their experience. It doesn't guarantee that yours is going to be that way.
Right. You know, one other thing I wanted to bring up where I've heard a lot of, because I watch a lot of different podcasts and I watch a lot of men so I can see what they're saying and see what we need to talk about as women. And I've heard a lot of them say like a lot of women use sex as a withholding sex, like that. Oh, you didn't take out the trash, now you're not going to get none. How do you feel about that as a practitioner? How do you feel about that being used as a like your punishment, not getting sex?
I don't think it should be used as a punishment. Like, as someone in a relationship, do I understand it as a person? Absolutely. Hit them where it hurts. But as a clinician and someone that understands the detriment of, especially if we're talking about a man, that's going to hurt his ego, it's going to hurt his pride, and he's going to feel a sense of rejection. We're not the only ones that feel those types of things. They may not articulate it and communicate it, but they absolutely do feel that. And that's where we end up in a situation where things just don't go, because now you're using something against them that should be beautiful. Like, it should be
Right.
enjoyable. Find something else. I
agree. I
Take the
completely
remote
agree.
or something. I don't know,
Right.
but find something else, because that's too serious.
Right. I agree. When I hear it, I cringe. And I've heard a lot of men, even recently, a lot of men podcasts where they've talked about this and that they even don't understand it. And me personally, I feel like women, you should make sure your man does not leave the house ever, ever. Like the sex is like you're withholding that. Because the thing about it is, people forget when you're in a relationship, right? You're dealing with someone, y'all got issues, you got problems. There's always somebody out there looking at your person. I don't give a fuck how committed you are. That's not going to stop other people from being attracted to your person. And as we have seen, there are a lot of women and men who do not give two shits about fucking with somebody else's man or husband. So when you allow your spouse to walk out of the door unsatisfied, irritated as hell, y'all not talking, it's a headache, and that person's all bubbly and cheery and nice, and what can I do for you? And we cool, and what do you think the door is opening? It's kind of like you're pushing your person. So I don't think you should use sex as a weapon against your person. I think that's the last thing you should be using. Right. Because that is something special between you and your person, and that is something where you guys are together, and that should not be used. Is that if you guys are having problems, just fucking talk. Like, you don't have to withhold anything because you're having problems, But yeah, I've heard that a lot, and I'm like, no, we can't do that, because I heard this one guy, and this one chick was asking him. She said, so if I was the other girl, like the other girl, would you really leave your woman for me? She was asking that question. And the guy is like, no. He's like, but I'm asleep with you. He's like, because you're easy. You're actually giving me anything that I want in this moment, and I don't got to do anything for it besides just show up. He's like, he was like, yeah, right now I can't stand my girl or my wife, so I'm gonna fuck with you. That doesn't mean I don't love her. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna go home. It just means in this moment you're giving me what I want, and then I'm gonna go back and deal with that. And so I was just like, we gotta try to like listen to men a little bit more and understand the process, because men can have sex with no feelings. women. We
Yeah.
cannot do that like they can. We try, and I see a lot of women that it's like, oh, I could do no, no, no. We cannot do it like the men do it. The men have that ability to just shut the fuck off and just get it and move on.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you've just been hurt to the max where that part of you is shut off anyway, then you probably maneuver a little different in this
Yeah.
world.
That's what I said. There's some because I was that woman. I was very shut off and very cold and very distant, and I could be with you and be like, bye, you know. But
Right.
you can't
Your name is what?
who are you again? Why are you in my phone? But that came from a
Right.
lot of hurt and trauma and shut
Mhm.
myself off that, I don't say that it's a good place to be. I don't ever feel like that's a
Right.
good place to be because you think you're saving yourself from hurt, but you're just distancing yourself from receiving love. So it's not really a
Yeah.
benefit to be cold and distant. So again, we're not
Mhm.
meant to be like that. We are women. We are meant to have that nurturing and loving and beautifulness about us that makes us who we are. And when we shut that off,
Yeah.
we're a whole different creature. We are not the same. We're definitely out of our element, and we're not in our natural beautiful energy. And so I did, not that I wish I would have known that, because again my experiences brought me to who I am today, but using my experience, I wish I would have known that, to just be like understanding that I could still be in that loving space. I could still let people in and not be so distant and cold, but you live and you learn. I'm just better at choosing.
Yeah.
Now I'm not now I'm like, I'm not into casual sex now. It's different. I don't want casual
Yep.
sex. I want connection. I want something that is more.
Mhm.
So for me, casual sex is out the window. I don't give a shit about it. I could be single. Like I said, you learn how to pleasure yourself so that you're not, I need a man in my bed, where you could take your time and you can date and you don't have to rush into stuff. But I feel like if you don't know that, you're constantly needing someone for that arousement, someone to pleasure you, someone to get you off, someone to, oh, we get the itch. You get the itch and the feeling and you want someone, and I get it. But if you know how to pleasure yourself, you will cool the fuck down really quickly and think about it like, all right, are these options in front of me? These options really that good, or was I just horny last night?
Yeah.
Like,
Did I have a good time out and sent that treacherous text message?
exactly, exactly. The more you learn how to be with you, the more you will stop sending them damn messages, and you will stop thinking from that place, that horny place, that my mind is fucking, I can't think of shit else in this moment right now place. I definitely feel like the more we get in tune with ourselves, the less likely we will just want that. I don't think most women just want to be pounded real quick.
Mhm.
We want connection. We want that love.
No.
We want to be held. We want to be loved. We want to be
Mhm.
all that. But then we do get in our moments. And I think it comes with that, not just being able to know self, and be alone, be okay with that. When you're in a relationship, of course, it's
Yeah.
different. But you also, I feel like in a relationship, you need to be okay to be alone too in a relationship. Everything can't be your partner. Your
Yes.
partner can't be everything for you. No, I think
Mhm.
that's too much to put on your partner's plate, that they have to be everything for you.
Right. Right.
It's not fair.
Mhm.
You know, you got to show up for you. I'm sure he hears that
Absolutely.
buzzing. He'll be like, wait a minute. I didn't heard that buzzing 3 days in a row. The hell is going on in that? What is that? The butterfly? The butterfly is awesome, y'all. Well, they got the rose now. I haven't tested the
I
rose
am
out.
a rose lover.
I haven't tested the rose out, y'all. I keep saying I'm gonna get one when these kids leave out of my house, because right now there's no
You
room for
should
all
definitely you should
the rose.
definitely try. I'm
Okay.
yes.
I used to love the butterfly. The butterfly was my go-to. I used to love the butterfly. But yeah, everyone's been talking about the roses. So I was like, you know what? I need to invest and see if it's all that they say.
Mhm. Yes.
So you guys got a clear recommendation. Get the rose. Stop being afraid. Stop being afraid, and stop being afraid. Um, yeah, because you have to be the first one. You have to pleasure yourself. You have to love yourself in that way. I think that brings more excitement into it too. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you can enjoy yourself in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Yes, love on you, honey. If you ain't take nothing away from this, just go love on you.
I know we have to I know we have to wrap it up. I'm definitely going to add all your links of where they can find you, your website. She also has her own podcast. You guys go listen to it. What I'm going to do is just have you any last thoughts for the viewers and listeners about just anything. Anything.
Um, I mean, as we go into the end, as we come, close out and go into the holiday season and all that, I mean, this is going to be the most important time to remember yourself and to remember your partner and to like really just slow down and figure out what it is that you want, what feels good, and then just do those things. If it's not illegal, unethical, or immoral, just do what you want to do.
Right, right. Oh, holiday season, y'all. All right, we are going to end there, you guys. And as always, sending you so much love, so much light. Until next time. Bye.
The goddess I became.